Hey, how you doing, Facebook? So there we go. Welcome. Runaday has started. God, it's hot down here. Excuse me for my extra sweaty appearance, but it's boiling down here. What a great way to start July. Where am I? I'm in. I'm down south on the coast. Oh, so peaceful. Going out for a really early run this morning. Yeah, fantastic. But anyway, right, so down to it. My name is Matt Phillips, and I'm the creator of Run Chat Live, and I'm working with the Runaday team, runaday.co.uk, and taking on the challenge again this July to send you daily tips to guide you through the month to make sure that you can become a run streaker and achieve the distance that you select by joining up at runaday.co.uk. So I did this in April, and one of the good bits of feedback I got was make sure that the advice I give sets the person up for the next day. So that's what I'm going to try and do. Okay, I'm going to imagine that you are watching this video potentially after you've done your run. You might watch it before, but a lot of the information that I give will be based on, for example, in this video, on day 2. Okay, that way I'm hoping that I can guide you and keep you in, which is what we're going to talk about today mainly. How do we make sure that you achieve your goal? If you've got any questions at all, or you need any personal advice, then feel free to email me at matt@runchatlive.com. I'm happy to give you any advice you like, and also in your emails that you get daily, if you have signed up already for July, then you will receive support in those from the Runaday team. And also, excuse me, it's a boiler today, and also you'll see there's some links there in the daily emails. Now and again you'll get a link to runchatlive.com. You should also have received a code which gives you free access for the month to all of the content, all of the articles on runchatlive.com, rather than just reaching a paywall, which is what's there at the moment. Basically what you get is a code which will allow you to join up as a premium member for a month, and you get to see all the information that's on there, and there's a lot. And there's also other resources as well, which if you're listening to the video I recommend you have a look at. So on the Run Chat Live YouTube channel there's a whole bunch of 1-minute videos which cover all of the stuff I'll be talking about in these videos, these daily videos in July. So if you'd like to jump ahead and have a look at those, and just go to Run Chat Live on YouTube. And then also, if you really want to delve deep, then on runchatlive.com there's the Runner's Guide course, which is premium, but if you want, I think there's 15 videos there at the moment, and I do tend to add to them 12-minute videos on different discussions about shoes, warm-ups, breathing, types of routines, strength training, stretching, all sorts of things. Then that's all available there. It's free for premium members, the annual premium members at runchatlive.com. So that's something you might want to look into as well if you're really into it. But the idea is that people who have signed up to runaday.co.uk, with your code you get free access to lots of help at runchatlive.com, plus join me for these daily videos, and hopefully I will make your journey through the month entertaining and injury free. That's the plan anyway. So today's goal is to get away from me, is to give you some advice now on day 1 on how to make sure that the rest of the, what will be in July, 30 days go smoothly. The first thing is, don't expect it to go too smoothly. Okay, it's not going to be a beautiful linear line of happiness, because this thing called life will get in the way. Okay, the main thing about an exercise a day challenge is organizing your life so you can get out the door and do it. Okay, if you've chosen wisely, i.e. you've chosen a 1k or a 3k or a 5k or a 10k, whatever you've chosen, then the main goal should be just doing that every day. You haven't got to run it every day. Okay, if things start getting tough, then you can walk. If things start getting really tough, you can walk it. Okay, so the challenge is not so much intensity, it's more a case of finding ways to make sure you get out that door. That's what I find as well, and I think it's the same for pretty much every level of runner. And that's the problem with a daily exercise thing. And the way that some runners or some people who do these daily exercises get it wrong is they try and make every single day a challenge, and that's not the way it's got to be, people. As far as I'm concerned, anyway, this is my advice. You've got to kind of pace yourselves and choose an intensity which is going to allow you to last the month. That's really important. Okay, so today's, for example, I doubt many of you found it difficult to get out the door today. I expect many of you are actually looking forward to it. You might be feeling a bit kind of daunted and, oh my God, what am I going to wear and what are going to people think when they look at me, particularly for the newer runner. But getting out the door probably wasn't a problem. Particularly for the newer runner or somebody who's come back after injury or something, what probably happened is you went too fast. You tried to do too much. Okay, that's what normally happens when you're in a good mood. It's ironic, isn't it? When you're in a good mood, you tend to do too much and you go over the top. Yeah, Sunday mornings explain that perfectly, because Saturday night you're in a good mood and you just do too much, don't you? So what maybe you've learned today is you're playing around with the intensity of your run or your run walk or even your walk. Okay, we'll go into this in more detail when it comes to breathing. But a lot of people who start off, particularly on a running challenge, is they'll find that they're out of breath and they have to stop. Maybe they're even wheezing and they're thinking, oh my God, I've chosen something too much. This is going to be impossible. And the reason for that is not that you're totally out of condition and that, I mean, things will get better as you get more condition, but the main reason for that is you're just trying too much too soon. Okay, that getting out of breath, having to stop, is actually your brain looking after you. That's a defense mechanism. Okay, so we'll talk about this in another day as well, about how the brain is involved in fatigue and pain and niggles and all these sort of things. But it's useful to realize from day one that if you have to stop, it's because you've done too much. Okay, and if you had chosen a little bit less, if you've bitten off slightly less, then you would have lasted the distance you've chosen. So yeah, remember that. Don't get put off today if you feel like you're in the worst shape of your life. It's probably that you've just chosen too much. Okay, tomorrow you're going to get out there again and you will have learned a valuable lesson, and you can break your distance down over a more sensible pace. And like I say, you may even decide, right, I'm going to do run walk. A lot of people I heard from when I was doing this in April and I talked to on email realised that they picked a challenge which was run every day and it developed into a run walk, and that's not a failure at all. The beautiful thing about Runaday and why I love the team and I'm working with them doing these videos is because they're very much into, and you'll see this with the support emails, of you working at your own pace, that you're not competing with anyone. Okay, you are the boss, and you can run walk, you can walk. It's not something about doing a race or a park run every day and trying to get a PB every day. That is the way to get yourself injured and niggles and pain. And we'll talk about what happens when you start getting niggles and pain, maybe even tomorrow or one of the other fantastic 30 days. Oh, you're going to get sick of my voice completely. If you listen to the video now and you think, actually I want to join these live, then I can't guarantee what time it will be every day. It will be every day. But yeah, follow me on Facebook and you'll get a little sign saying, I'm not sure if it says Matt Phillips or One Check Live, but you'll get a sign saying so-and-so has gone live, and then you'll know. I mean, a lot of my runs tend to be in the morning, but it depends very much on what I've got day-wise. But yeah, you may want to join me live, and then you can ask questions live. You can also, I'll post these videos in the Runaday Facebook group, the private group for people who've signed up to Runaday. And that way, even if you're watching the recording in there, then you can always put something in the comments and ask questions, and I'll keep an eye on that, and I will answer questions there. So yeah, let this be a two-way thing. It's definitely just not about me rambling on. I will ramble on quite happily, as you can see, but questions are great as well. Anything that you're not sure about, then feel free to stick it in the comments section and I will get back to it. I'll keep an eye on that, and like I say, email me at matt@runchecklive.com. So what else do I want to talk about today? Setting you up for day 2. Most important thing, like I've said, is choosing your intensity. Take it really easy. You should be, in these early few days, running or walking at an intensity which you feel is too slow for you. Okay, you should feel like, oh, I can do more than this. This is silly, I'm going too slow. I can do more than this. That's how you should feel, because don't forget, you're in for it for the long run. Okay, as we get on, and I'll talk about it in one of the other days, then maybe we'll jazz your days up a little bit, because some days you'll be going extra slow, which will act eventually as kind of recovery days, even though you're still out there doing a distance. And then other days maybe we'll introduce, or you might want to introduce into the week, where you're going for it, just to see the benefits of what you're doing. Maybe one of those days, one of those days every week, so 4 of your sessions will be you timing yourself over that distance you've chosen. Okay, that might be nice, but we'll make sure that after you've done that timed session, that the next couple of days are recovery days again. See where I'm going? Same thing goes for inclines. Obviously going uphill is going to cost you energy. Okay, going uphill is a great way of doing strength training, and depending on what level you are, working hills into your sessions can be amazing. But don't hit a hill every day. Okay, you're going to tire yourself out strength wise, just the same as don't go fast every day, don't pick a hill every day. Okay, so pick your routes. Oh, that was the other thing actually, which I'm going to finish up with today, is picking routes. One of the great bits of advice that comes out daily for people who signed up at runaday.co.uk is doing the same route every day for a while, getting familiar with the route, particularly for people who are new to this and where the mental barriers are going to be there. It's a lovely thing as your body mentally and physically gets used to the demands you're putting onto it, and every time you can recognize yourself getting stronger, will be a celebration, and it actually helps your recovery, and it will help you get out the next day. So having signposts along the way, metaphorical signposts, where you know you got to this yesterday, or it lets you know how far you've got left, that's really useful. Okay, so for example, if you choose your route and you know that, let's imagine you're doing 5k, so you more or less know when you're halfway. Okay, and you know when you're turning around and how much you've got to get back. And if you do start feeling a little bit tired or negative, with a kilometre away from home, then you pass that, whatever it is, that shop or that beach hut, whatever it is, and it kind of just picks you up and goes, oh wow, I'm closer home than I thought, I've only got a kilometre left. It's pretty useful. Okay, particularly on the days where you're going to feel like you've got less energy because you've slept worse, because you've eaten worse, because you've had an argument, whatever it is. And we'll talk again about stress levels and how to deal with the energy you've got. We'll talk about nutrition. We've got 30 days of information, which I hope you'll all find really useful. Right, mustn't rattle on for too long, so I've got things to do. So there we go. I think tomorrow you'll still have a desire to get up. If you have hammered it too much today in day 1 of Runaday.co.uk, then lay out your clothes for tomorrow. Okay, if you're the sort of person who finds it really difficult in the morning to get out and do your chosen distance, then just do yourself a favour and lay your stuff out. Reduce any barriers for you not going. Okay, remember, this is a mental challenge, doing exercise every day for 31 days in this case. So you've got to make sure that anything that can go wrong, try to avoid. So make sure that you lay out your running stuff, your exercise stuff on a nice little chair by your bed. So in the morning when you're thinking, oh, I can't be bothered, I really can't be bothered, bam, it's there staring at you, and you know that all you got to do, this is the beautiful thing about getting out and doing running or walking or run walking, is all you got to do is slip on your gear, and then you're out the door. No excuses. Okay, so do that. Footwear and stuff like that we'll talk about in the days to come. Hopefully you haven't gone out and spent £100 on a new pair of trainers. Don't really need that. We'll talk about the importance of shoe comfort, which overrides anything else you might have been told. We'll do all that, people, don't worry. So that's it. Hope you've enjoyed day 1. Hope you got some ideas for day 2. But if there is anything on your mind, then email me, matt@runchatlive.com. That's it, people. Enjoy, and we'll speak to you tomorrow.